are moving along the way we want them to move along, sometimes we forget what the things that we did that made us successful, and we kind of get comfortable. Lazy isn't the word, because I don't think that, I think that we all work hard, but it's comfortable. And we're not stepping out of the comfort zone to do the things like, well, Scott's going to come get you, or, yeah, I bet if we put our heads together, we can come away to get that show in, or whatever, to really bring it over the edge.
Bring your kid with you.
Cherie's going to have to leave,
Okay.
and Stephanie wanted to give her, she's a new director.
Oh!
Awesome.
And give her a little something to recognize if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on, French baby, come on. This is awesome. Did you just promote on June 1st? May 1st? Good for you. And is this your?
This is mine.
Yay, so you're now an advanced director. And Cherie's your first?
She is. She's been a director before, but we both kind of, went, got a little inactive a little bit, but I never lost directorship, but it was a lot of things.
I'm so excited for you. And good for you for doing it before the career plan changes.
She
Woo!
did. I also want to recognize that she was a senior consultant, and so I asked her what she thought about being a director again. She was a structural senior consultant, in fact, wasn't even making bonuses. And she went from senior consultant to a director in 30 days. Since March.
Awesome.
And she reached her 100,000 in career sales that same month, and she promoted to director 1 month after deciding to go for it. So I'm really, really
Congratulations. Yeah. You're probably an amazing team, is what I think. There you go. Good for both of you. Good for both of you. That is just awesome. Okay, so, Candy, you had a question?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, Ms. Ford had told us once that it's not comfortable, it's like the highway port.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, you have to get back out of the parking space and get back on the highway.
That's exactly right. It's like you get off at the nearest exit and your car's an idle, or you're parked there just, I don't know what you're doing. But get back on the highway and go full speed ahead. Okay, that's great. All right. So, I lost my train. Where was I? Growth. Okay, so you have a recruiting goal for your team. So here's one of the things I would suggest you do is sit down at every single meeting we do, make sure you take the time to recognize team achievement. Okay? Not just individual achievement. We're really good at recognizing individual achievement, but do you recognize team achievement? So what did the team achieve? How much did you sell as a team this month? How many new people did you welcome as a team this month? How many of you were active this month? Okay? How do you recognize that team achievement? And take some time to say to them, okay. As a matter of fact, you saw me do similar at the opening of this meeting, right? I recognized team achievement, and then I said, where do we go from here? Because, guys, there always has to be a place to go. Because otherwise, you're an idol on the side of the road, right, Andy? So here's my question, guys. We did, the first half of this year, this is what we achieved. Where do we go from here? And ask the question. And one of the things that I would like to challenge all of you to do is to create your own team vision board. Okay? Now, I work with, and I'm going to paint a picture for you what that looks like. I work with a group of directors around the country who have at least 3 directors in their organization, and they're what we call our executive bound group. They have, not only do they have 3 directors in their organization, but they're working to move towards executive director. So, and Katie's part of that group, and Darlene's part of that group, and Mary's part of that group. You do? That's cool. Would you? Do you mind?
It's not.
Mary told me she just got it for his meeting. She's going to be sharing it with her team this meeting.
Very simple.
Yeah, I love simple. Mine was simple too. Mine was not fancy. And ours are not all going to look like this, okay?
Well, I need help, and I brought, this is my helper, she can help me make mine.
Okay. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you use biscuit cutters and you make circles. Now, I just want to paint you a picture of what this looks like if you're a consultant wanting to move to director. say you're a consultant, you have a couple people on your team, and you wanna do a vision board. Well, it's as easy as you putting your name in a circle and putting 5 lines from the top. See how they're all connected, but there's, like, I don't know how many I've said before, 19 of them. But putting 5, because you need 5 people, and then having, in the next generation, having more people there, but they're not connected to anybody yet. Make sense? Okay, but at least 5 you want connected to you, because you want to bring 5 personal people in. Kind of picturing it? If you're a director already, all right, and you have a small director team, I'm sorry, I got a little catch in my throat, I bet it's allergies. I bet
Yeah.
it's like allergy heaven out here, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you're a director already, all right, and you have a smaller team, you could put you here and have all your people here. And on the back side, you flip it over and you say, where do we go from here? Well, from here, we go to what we call an upper level team, or an advanced team with the pampered chef. To be an advanced team with the pampered chef, so pretend Diane is just a consultant, just a director, not a national executive director, and these are all her consultants, all right? So Diane might present this as a director, and how proud she is of this team and whatever their achievements were, and then she says, but where do we go from here? Well, the next step for us is to become an upper level team or advanced team with the pampered chef. In order to do that, at least one of our consultants needs to take the step to become a director with the company. And I want you to know I'd love to help any one of you do that if that's your goal. Now, if that's not your goal, I want you to know that's okay too. Because the fact is we'll always have a lot more consultants and we will have directors on our team. And if you want to be a consultant with the pampered chef and that's where you see yourself, then that's where I want you to be. Because if that's where you're happy. But if you see yourself as a director, you need to let me know. Because here's where we're going. And you might actually flip over your board, and on the other side, you have a big circle that says, who's the director in the room? My director. Just a first level director. What's your last name? St. Pierre? It says St. Pierre director team. St. Pierre director team. We're St. Pierre organization. And then you have one line coming out with a circle, another line coming out with a circle, another line coming out with a circle, and there's no names in them. To become an advanced team, we need to just fill one of these circles. And if you see yourself as a director, as part of our upper level team, I want you to come up here right now and I want you to add one of these post-it note stars to our board with your name on it. Let us know that that's what you're after. And I and Diane and the director team here in the New Orleans area are going to help you get there. And we're going to start off with some great training here tonight. Kind of following me? Okay, so it's really painting a picture. Now, if you're an advanced team, you're going to just do it with the directors, and then you're going to have empty circles that can be filled with those post-it notes. Mary Lee?
My meetings are really tiny.
Uh-huh.
My husband isn't going to get me mine. But should I wait until I get a little bit of traction before presenting something like this? Because I'm going to get deer in the headlights from the couple of people who are there.
Okay, I think there's a couple things that I would tell you. First of all, if your meetings are that tiny, you might want to, if there's other people in your area, other directors in your area that you could pair up with, to create some more energy around that, okay? Because the energy that's created by, well, if you're too far out, obviously, I can see your head going, it's not possible.
Yeah.
But if there's a way for you to do that, I would suggest that you do, even if it's not every month, if it's once every 3 months or something like that, just to create a little bit more energy. The other thing is just talk it to them. And use the grow with us or use some kind of other different kind of visual if you feel like this is too big. But if you don't talk it, it's not going to ever happen. Because they don't see themselves any bigger than what they are today. They see themselves as 3 people in a room. You have to show them that there are 10 people in a room, 20 people in a room. You have to paint that picture of growth or it's not going to happen.
Would it help adding, not, the circles, not just who wants to become a director, but adding like new little hats that are blank for future recruits that they can write their names into to grow? Or?
You could, but it makes it almost busy. What you're doing is you're creating a vision of what the team looks like, the director team look. Don't make it too busy, because it takes away from all of it. Look at this, this is adorable. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look at this.
Sky's the limit.
Your attitude determines your altitude. I love it. I love it. See this light. See this light.
So what I thought I would do, like, those 3 balloons on the top row,
Yeah.
blank.
Yep,
Um,
those are the 3 you're looking for.
right, so I thought once people committed to being one of those, I could put a little star for every time they recruit somebody, just a little sticky star on the balloon until it gets.
That's adorable. I love that idea. I love that idea because it's like, it's counting the people without making it too busy. That is adorable. Yes.
Say that
Yes,
again.
you have my blessing.
You know,
Yes, do that. I love
I
that.
have just those little tiny
Stars.
stars that go on the name
So,
tag.
5 little stars.
So that every time I recruit somebody, the people that are working towards directorship to add to you and Judy and Anna, every time they recruit somebody, I put it, like, if they, once they say, yes, I wanna be one of these people, so, you know, I write their name in
You
there.
write their name in there,
And
and
then-
sticky note.
Here's a Post-it note.
Post-it note.
Yeah, and then put a star each time they
On
recruit
their own
somebody.
Post-it.
Yeah,
Because they're not all good.
as they're working towards.
Now,
Yeah.
you got some power here, girlfriend. You
So
got,
all of
I
our
don't know
people are
Judy,
yellow.
but I know these two.
Pink and yellow.
You got some power going on here,
Our
girl.
seniors are yellow and
No,
my
no, no,
directors are
the pink, the yellow are the directors under Anna, and see, I've got Anna's name written right here, so people, when they look at this, will understand that
Okay.
this is one of Anna's directors, and the pink ones are Katie's directors.
So what you want to do when you create the board is you want to visually be able to see the first, second, and third gen.
Yeah, that's first.
Okay, that's the other thing. I've seen a lot of boards out there that you can't figure out what's first, second, and third. Guys, you've got to show them the plan as it's written. It has to be a visual of the career plan so they understand it. If it's a mishmash, they're not going to get it. These are all her first generation directors. She's 3 more to re-promote to executive, okay? So here's our second generation directors. She got it covered. Third generation, matter of fact, you're closer to senior than, this is amazing. I mean, the growth here is amazing. And then of course you have your third generation director there. And the same thing is, this is adorable. I love the teacher's story. Okay, now the same thing, let's put this one here.
Senior, aren't you?
The same thing is going on Diane's board. You can clearly see first generation, second generation, third generation. She's even got some bigger 4th and 5th and 6th going on here. Is that
No,
what it is?
that's third down there.
That's third, okay. So there's a lot going on here. A lot of stuff going on, okay? So you want to make sure they can see the first, second, third. Some of you don't have to worry about that yet, but you will.
That's because you have just one director right now.
Then it's just a board. It might be a poster board, not this big. I love these little boards. You want it to be portable because you want to be able to carry it. Because it should be up at every single meeting you do.
But I love the idea of doing it, like the directors on one side and the consultants on the other, because one of my hangups with it was how to show how to pull it out my personal team. And like Mary Lee was saying, not have them glaze over looking at all these director people and not have it really apply to them. But if you do one on one side and one on the other.
Here's where we are today, and yeah, you can do that. Kind of got it? Anybody have any questions? But I really want to encourage those of you who think you're ready to do this to give it a shot. You know, it's really creating a vision of what's possible for the team so they realize where they're going. They're not just, because right now they're part of this incredible group, right? They're part of a national executive team. That feels awesome in itself. But they need to understand that your group within the group can also be a huge growing part, thriving team as well. Okay, make sense? Okay, so let's wrap this up. So we talked about, let's go back to this page here and make sure that you understand the teach it and live it part, okay? Okay. So knowing it is deciding what it is you want your culture to be. Teaching it is not necessarily teaching it word for word, but knowing what it is you want it to be and setting expectations so that around you. Your words match, exactly. Your words match what you want your culture to be. The live it part is understanding that you have to do the same things. This is not about your words, this is about your deeds matching the words that match the culture, okay? So, you need to be active every single month. You need to be holding 2 shows every week. You need to personally be recruiting too. That's what live it is. If my expectations are my people will do this, I need to be really pulling all the stops to make it, to be living at that level myself, to be performing at that level myself, so that all the 3 pieces come together. Okay, so creating a teamwork for activity we talked about, yes, you feel like you got that?
Yes.
And for teamwork, you feel like you got enough on how to start doing that? And then for growth, okay, you're going to set, I'll tell you a fun thing for team recruiting goal. Want to know something really easy you can do that's really fun? As we're going into June now, you could actually start it for the second half of the year. And it's so simple, it's like a no-brainer thing to do. Go out and buy a roll of freezer paper. Okay, freezer wrap, because it's plastic on the back, and you can write on it on the front. And you just get a roll, it's like $5, it's not cheap, okay, in the grocery store. But say this, I'm doing my TV meeting, you guys are all here. That roll can be on the floor, and I can pull it up like a scroll. I can just hang it right here, she's got a little nail here. I could just actually attach it right here to this little nail. Or I could put it on a board here. So, or I can put it on the wall with masking tape that I know will come off. Because it's plastic on the back, people can write on it, it won't go through. And the Mr. Scent markers don't go through, they're not supposed to. I don't believe it, but that's what they tell me. I would never write on my wall with a marker, even though they tell me they don't believe, I would make sure there's a plastic back on the paper. But, so here's what you do, you write, St. Pierre team welcomes new consultants. And so when your new consultants come to your next meeting, they sign in. They sign your name. And if you get them to personally sign their own name, that's even better than you doing it, okay? And so what happens is every single meeting you do, you pull out the scroll and more names get added to the bottom. So eventually you could have this long scroll of names with all the new people that have come into your team. When they they qualify, you can put a big star by their name. When they bring someone into the business, you can add a heart. So that you have a visual recognition of all the people, and then you can have an ongoing visual of how many new consultants you brought in, and are you reaching the goal that you set as a team. Now, how do you suppose, if I were to do that, and today was the meeting, and I did it since January, and right now we had welcomed 15 new people into the team since January, say that's what the number was, maybe it was 20. And Yvonne comes in, and she came in February, but I put up the scroll, and every month she comes in, one of the first things she sees on my wall is this great scroll of all these new people, and her name is one of them. It's got a heart by it, it's got a little dollar sign by it, because she qualified. How do you think that makes Yvonne feel? And part of a
Team.
Yeah. I think Yvonne's more likely to come back to the next meeting when she knows her name's on the wall every time she walks in the door.
Somebody shared on the executive town's Facebook page that they were handing out the Take 5 candy bars. And I forgot what was on the card that they attached.
I don't remember, because we don't have Take 5. Do you guys have them
Well,
down
I've been
there?
looking for them, that's what I was gonna say.
You can only find them in certain places in the country.
They're in this like.
It's like
monster
Take
candy
5. It has to do with bringing 5 new people into the business. It takes 5 to become a director in the pamper chef. It's on our Facebook wall. I can't, there were so many posted, I can't remember. Okay.
What was the heart for again?
The heart is if they welcome a new consultant. And the dollar sign or a star if they qualify. Your goal is everybody gets little stars and hearts, and they're gonna want them too. Right, that's the expectation, everybody gets a new recruit their first 30 days, so they get a little heart by their name. So it's kind of a visual.
And you said a star for what?
The star could be for the 1250 for qualifying.
Oh, I did dollar sign for that, okay.
That's what I'll give you one last thought as we're doing this, and I'll turn it back to Diane. Because as you're talking about qualifying, here's something I want to blow you out of the water. When I was in the field, I was kind of known as a recruiting machine, but I really loved it. It was like a challenge to me to how fast and how big I could grow the team. it was because I had a family in Chicago. And we had just moved from, and I'm all about family, that's who I am. It was very tough for us to move there, but I knew that it was an incredible opportunity for us to have a different life than we had in Rhode Island. So we went. But the hardest part for me when we went was not having my family around me. And my husband too, it was the same thing. And it was the two of us and the babies, and everything was great. It was almost like I was building a family for myself. And I know the reason why, one of the reasons why it was, I was that way is because I knew I was building a family for myself. Those are still my friends and my closest friends. I still talk to them all, even though I'm not in the same company I was with them. We're still friends together. But one of the things that I want you to really think about is when you start consultants in the business, we talked about some of these expectations. But here's another one. Okay, here's another one. Go to $15,000 in career sales in your first 3 months. How many of you would have enough guts to verbally challenge every new consultant who came into your team to hit $15,000 in 3 months? Could it be done if they were doing this?
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here's what it might sound like. Darlene, I am so excited that you're joining our team, and I know that you're after 2 shows a month. And I want to give you 2 challenges that are going to bring you to the very top of the pay scale of the Pampered Chef. Are you interested in hearing what they might be? Okay. Now, Darlene, when you start with the Pampered Chef, you see the chart here on the page. You begin at 20% and you can earn up to 25%, but that is not all you can earn. There's actually beyond this 25%. And I don't know about you, but my model's always been, if I'm going to walk out the door, I'm going to earn as much as I possibly can. Would you agree with that? So would you like to see how you can do it? Okay. When you just bring one person into the business with you, Darlene, you're going to earn an extra percentage on top of what you're already making on your own personal sales, and you're going to earn on what they sell too. You bring in 2 people, you're going to earn 2% more on everything you sell, and you're going to earn on what they. And the minute you become a director, you're going to be earning 3% higher on your own personal sales and on this as well. So that 25 could be 28. Would that get you excited? Okay. Now, as you're building your team and you're out there doing those 2 shows every month, your goal is going to be to go from where you are today, which is no sales, to 15,000, 5,000 a month, just as fast as you can. Because the minute you hit $15,000 in sales, you get an additional 2% increase for the life of your career with the Pampered Chef. 2% more. So that 25 will grow to 27 with the 15,000, and with those 3 people, will go to 30. Could you get excited about earning 30% every time you walk up the door? Let me show you how to get there. Don't be afraid to set high expectations, folks. I'm telling you, do not be afraid to do it. They're not all going to do it, but you know what the worst thing that'll happen? I challenged Darlene to sell 15,000 in 3 months, and she does it in 4. You know, really think about it. Think about the energy in that room of 2 people when a new consultant comes in and does her career sales in 3 months. Do you think you'll have some energy? Do you think she's going to be recruiting too? Because she has, of course, set high expectations. Okay, so that's creating culture for activity, for teamwork, and for fast growth. And I know I've given you a lot. I hope you're not feeling overwhelmed. I know I've given you a lot in the 3 hours that we've been together today. And you've been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I come back anytime you guys have me.
Thank you.
Oh, what you're going to do with those is, those are the goals that you set for yourself. So you should have on there a show us how goal for the month of June. And if you want to add July and August for Diane, you can, and yourself. You should have a personal recruiting goal for the month of June, and where you see yourself at the end of 2013. And then you can change it if you need to after we've had the whole training. But then I want you to, before you leave, you need to duplicate it for Diane and leave Diane a copy on the desk on the way out or on the table. Okay?
So do they need to put it on another card?
Yeah, that's you. They all have two.
Okay.
Oh, we'll give you
Oh,
another.
okay.
We'll get you another.
There's some right on the counter.
Some here, some new card for you.
Yeah.
Oh, they're right here.
Here's some, okay. You can get it from,
Yeah, there's some of
I didn't get one either, I came late.
okay. So, what did y'all think, girls? Great. Okay, just, tell me, what is a big aha that you got from today? And, or maybe something that you maybe used to do that you're gonna start doing, or something that you never heard of that you're gonna start doing? So what did you get out of it?
I want to say, when she was talking about your culture and everything, my son became a teenager and I started going to parent seminars because you just don't know who they are anymore. And, they said that as parents, we needed to set our values and lead by example. And that's how I'm taking the whole your culture thing, and to put more thought into it. And, what definition you might have for, respect, the other person may think it's something else. So just because you may say to your team, this is, one of my values, they might not understand that. So I think, it's good to get across exactly what you're meaning, like exactly what your expectation is, like from the beginning, and then they'll just follow that way. That was just my thought.
Yeah,
that I had.
you can take this and apply it to every single aspect of your life. Absolutely can.
And what is, yeah, exactly. Okay, someone else? What is a big aha or something that you said, gosh, I'm gonna start doing that?
setting higher expectations.
And using we and us.
Okay.
It's not okay to say okay.
Okay.
You can say
else.
That's a good thing to learn, right? It's
Yeah.
not okay to say it's okay. Yeah, when it's not.
She never says it's okay.
She doesn't. Oh, she didn't get to where she is today in this business because she told you it was okay. It's the meeting, absolutely.
You gotta have guts to try to give her an excuse.
Just the idea of the culture, start as you need to go on.
Yeah.
Just do it and do it the way you want it to be, and then the rest will follow.
Good.
Take I and me out of my vocabulary.
Job's not through till you look to.
Yay!
That's my mission.
My personal mission.
Okay, anybody else want to share? Okay, and I wanted to tell y'all that, okay, we have a lot going on this summer. And, we're going to have a great summer because we have so much planned. We're starting off with Judy. We're, of course, our kickoff is going to be August the 3rd, the first Saturday. And it's going to be in Lacombe at Rochelle's church. And I'll be giving y'all that information. So, in 2 weeks, well, about a week and a half, on the 25th on Thursday, we're going to have a director meeting at my house. Y'all will know that date too. So that Thursday, the 25th, we're going to have the 20th, yeah. I don't have my glasses.
July 20th?
No, June 30th. The June the 20th, the Thursday, is when we're going to have our director meeting at my house, and we're going to plan our kickoff, which is going to be August the 3rd. That's also going to be the meeting for the fall that Pampered Chef is, what's the name of it now? It's called Fall Seasonings. And I love that the little graphics on there and everything.
Did you get it?
Did
Yeah,
it come out? Did y'all get?
It's on the beta site under training.
It's out there. It just came out last
It
year.
is so cute, and so I was telling Mary Lee, I said, gosh, we gotta have that as our little theme, you know? So anyway, I love that little theme for it, and so I know some people were confused, the fall seasonings and our kickoff, and it's all in one. Our kickoff is going to be the fall kickoff for the new products and everything else. So we're gonna have it that first Saturday in August. So if you have a last fling vacation with the kids, go the weekend before. Don't go that weekend. And if
It's not okay for you to
It's
say
not
that.
because you can have a last fling with the kids to go to the beach or vacation anytime in the summer. It doesn't have to be that
We can
weekend.
send our teams a save the date.
Yeah, save the day and tell them the same thing. That you have all summer as the last thing to do. Also, Valerie is coming, that Thursday, I think it's July 25th, in Covington. Do you know when the registration is open for the July meetings?
Is that
for,
Sizzle?
That y'all are doing around the country?
The Rock and the Chef.
Yeah, rocking the shelf.
That's open.
No, not Rockin' the Chef.
It is.
The ones that y'all just got to finish. What was the name of the,
Oh, the workshops?
yeah, the workshops?
She's gonna do a workshop out here in Covington.
Yeah. And she's starting.
She will, I'm trying to think how that's done, the grades.
Fall.
I don't know when she'll be sending it, but I think she'll be sending an email to everybody within a radius of
Okay,
of
of the
the location.
registration, okay,
It's probably 4 to 6 weeks before.
okay. She said that, July was gonna be the first of the fall, and so
Okay.
this is like the first one for the fall.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
And
And
so
when
that's
is
gonna be-
that?
That's gonna be Thursday, July 25th, and it's gonna be in Covington.
During the day or at night?
The director one is in the morning, and the consultant one is at night. And we cannot go to the consultant one, just our consultants go to that one. So we go to the director one in the morning, and then our consultants, go to the ones in the evening, so.
Is it at the same place that you guys?
No, it's gonna be at the Hilton Garden Inn, I think. I mean, that's the last thing I heard. I don't know, everything's been dotted and signed and all that kind of stuff, but that last time I talked to her, they were looking at the Hilton Garden Inn, so. Okay, so we have a lot going on this summer, don't we? A lot, yeah. So that's really, really good because we're gonna have a great fall. And I'm just so excited that so many of y'all, Darlene and Mary and Katie, that are participating in the Executive Bound program, so.
So where's the nearest Rockin' the Chef, if that's not it? I thought that was gonna be it, the 25th.
And Judy, come on up. We have a little something for you. We're just so glad to have you come. And so I have, I have a little book of
I love cookbooks.
some of the favorite cookbooks in New Orleans, maybe, yeah.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Yeah.
Egg St. Dennis. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun.
And
Okay.
then a little candle too, so.
Oh, you're so sweet, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
And, I know, you're gonna have to come back. Look at you.
That's how you guys see what I love to do more than anything. If I'm in the office too long, I get a little crazy. I gotta get out in the fields, I really do. So thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, I can stay around for a while. Okay, and then I'm gonna, do I just say I-10 all the way to the airport? Do I get off on Airport Road? Because it took me, yeah, so you know how my garment, I said, I can't believe this is how it should be. It took me like 6 miles down or maybe 8 miles down Airport Road past the Saints Training Center. They were doing a mini camp there. It was like the zoo.
Are you heading to the airport after this?
Yeah.
I live out that way.
Did you take I-10 to what?
You take I-10 to, you take the
You'll
610.
take
Yeah, but I think
And
610
Did you
would
drive
be,
a car? You've driven a
isn't it
You
close
take
to
the, you
that?
take I-10 to 610, but and you go to the Metairie, and then there's a, when you get to,
Follow the back.
when you get to Williams, there'll be a, there'll be a, there'll be, okay, there'll be a,
I have to get off at that exit, like I live right there. So
At
if
the
you wanna
airport.
follow me, I can drive you to the airport.
there's a ramp that says airport.
So if my garment takes me to someplace else, I just go till I see the ramp that says airport. Yeah, and the tricky part is, my garment will come